Welcome back to our SketchUp for Schools tutorial series. We are still in our plan set 1. We are in the roof episode, and so we're going to take a look at the roof and exactly how it's constructed and how we're going to build it here in SketchUp. So these are the two drawings from the Harley plan set or Harley Blueprint series. This is plan set 1. So this is drawing 1, and this is drawing 3. This is showing the elevations, the south, north, and east elevations, and this is the isometric drawing of how the exterior looks. So as you can see, our roof has a 7/12 pitch. That means for every 12 feet linear or out the roof goes, it's going to go up 7 feet. As you see, we brought the walls up 8 feet. The door and window lined up with the 6'8" mark. Down here in the east elevation, you can see that we have 2x4s that go along 16 inches on center from the start to the end. We don't have an overhang on these two, but for this particular plan, we do have a 6-inch overhang for the roof. So I'm going to turn these off, and I'm going to go over here to our roof, and we're going to create the inner part of the roof to begin with. So over here, we're going to get out our protractor, if I can remember where it is. So click on the protractor. One of the tricks in order to get the protractor facing the way you want to. So right now it's going around the blue axis, now it's going around the green axis, and now it's going around the red axis. We want this to go around the green axis. So we're going to place that there. If you are having a hard time, you can use the arrow keys in order to change the way it orients. So if you click on the right or the left arrow key, it goes green, right arrow key is red, the up arrow key is blue. Click in order to create the center point right there in the corner. We're going to drag over to the left and click again. That sets the 0. Without clicking on that one, we have nothing to reference from. So this is the R0. So now anything going up is going from 0 to 20 degrees, 30 degrees, and so on, as you can see down here in the lower corner. And then going down is the same. So we got 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, etc. So as you can see, we can type in degrees. However, we can also type in actual roof pitches. So in this particular case, it is 7, shift, hit colon, 12. Hit enter, and now we have our 7/12 pitch. Over here on the other side, we're going to do the exact same steps. So click to create your center point, drag over to the right, click to create our 0, drag upwards, 7, shift, hit colon, 12, hit enter, and now we have our pitch. So I'm going to rotate around. I'm going to take my line tool. We're going to take our line tool, and in this case, I want this to be a part of the wall. So I'm going to right click, edit group, and I'm going to draw in that shape. Take our push-pull tool, grab that, and pull that out to the other side. And I need to reverse these faces. If you ever have this right here, you can quickly and easily fix that by hitting Control, adding that plus sign in, and dragging that back to do that. There we go. Okay. So we have that. If we come in here, we select this, hold down Shift, select all of the faces, hit the move key, go from this point, go from that point, hit Control to move it, and we're just going to copy this all the way over. Make sure it's along the green axis. And now we have them on both sides. Let's close the group. Let's erase our measurements. So I just want to clean this up. So I'm going to right click, erase this one, erase this, and it does erase this for me. That's fine. I'm going to erase these lines. Go up here, erase these right here. Do the same thing on this side. For this, I'm going to take the rectangle tool and do that, and it should fill in. It only erased because we erased some of the lines over here. So that cleans up all of that for our wall part. So let's go ahead and close group. Now we're going to take a look and create our roof. For the roof, we're going to take our tape measure. One, make sure that we're outside of the group for the walls. We're then going to come in here and double click in order to make a guide along the line. Then we're going to go and click on that line, move our mouse to where we are kind of facing it, and then go directly up so that we are going off at an angle parallel to that line. We're going to make that line 3.5 inches away. Rotate around to make sure that our tape measure went in the exact location where we wanted it to go. We're then going to take our tape measure, go from this outside corner off to the right, 6, enter. So we have a 6-inch overhang. Take our line tool, which is the L key, go from this top corner directly up. Make sure that we are hitting, make sure it's blue. Click on that line where it intersects and go all the way around our 2x4 shape. If you did it correctly, it should automatically fill in. Hit the P key for the push-pull tool. Click, pull it to the right, type in 1.5, as that is the width of our 2x4. Take our eraser tool, erase the guides that we have. Hit the space bar for the selection tool. Triple click on our 2x4, right click, and we're going to make this a component. And we're going to call this 2x4 roof. Now that we have this, we need to make a mirror version on the other side. To do that, we're going to take the move tool. We're going to click on this point right here. Move it with the move tool. Hit Control to make a copy and place it directly back in that same location. So now we have two in the exact same spot. Next, we're going to click on the move tool again, click on the scale tool to bring up the scale tool, click on our 2x4 roof. And this brings up our scale tool where we have all of our green squares on this particular shape. We want to click on this middle one right here, make sure that one's turned red. Click on it, turn it all the way onto the other side. If it directly snaps where we need to, that's fine. You can also type in -1, so -1, hit enter, and it's going to mirror that shape onto the other side. At this point, I want to select both of those, right click, make it a group. I'm then going to take our move tool, click on this outside edge, hit control, move it along the green axis, hit 6, enter. Let's go ahead and then we're going to take this one, hit control, drag it to the right along the green axis, hit 16, enter, then hit X, let's do 6, enter. That's not enough, so let's do X, 10. As long as we don't click anything else, we're fine. So I'm going to rotate around. That's roughly where we need to be. So let's take this one, hit control. Oh. Select that one, hit control. Drag that over to the very end. And I need to just verify that that is going to be 6 inches, where it's not quite. So going to type in 6, and we're going to move this out along the green axis out to that outside edge. Now that we have all those, if we come in here to our outline panel, we have all these little groups. So I'm going to click on the first one, hold down Shift, click on the last one, hold down Control. I got 2 small ones up here. So that's all of my groups right there. Right click, make group, right click, rename, do roof joists, and I keep doing that same thing. Hit enter, there we go. So now we have a group that all of those are in. Next, we're going to lay our sheet of plywood on top. So go in. It may not work if you do it at the very end. So come in here towards the middle, create our rectangle, take our push-pull tool, pull this up. We're going to do 0.25. Take our push-pull, click on the very edge, and drag this down to the end right there. Right, double or triple click on it, make it a group, right click, rename. This is going to be right plywood roof. One day I'll get that right. Let's do the exact same steps on the other side. Let's try going down here. All right, so try this a different way. If you can't get your square working or the rectangle tool working, just take your line tool and draw the box yourself. Push pull tool, click, pull that up, 0.25, hit the space key, triple click on it, right click, make this a group, right click, we're going to rename it, and this is going to be the left side plywood roof. And now we have our roof section where we can put our materials on there and everything. Now let's go ahead and select both of our sheets of plywood, right click, let's make that a group. Let's go ahead and rename this plywood roof. Let's bring up our tags. We'll do our tags in our next video. That way we can easily turn things on and off. I want to turn off, there we go, turn off those. Really quickly to kind of complete our roof, let's make sure you're outside of the group and everything. Make a square over the roof, take our push pull tool, click and drag that up 3.5, enter. Triple click on this, right click, make it a group, right click, rename this group ceiling. And now we have our finished roof project. Make sure that you do save this project. Make sure that, again, take screenshots, listing everything. Stay tuned for more videos in this project where we are currently working on our plan set 1, our potting shed.